All right, the last one went over an hour, so I got to be mindful of having conversations with people and rambling a little bit too much. So, again, this is Unbecoming the Signs. This is part five. This is facing yourself. Source needs to face itself. Now, I ain't going to do that. This is when you are caught up on the signs and you see yourself as a Sagittarius. This is a perspective on how you can get out of the illusion of separation by always relegating your energy into being owned by a sign. What's going on there, stranger? So, in Unbecoming the Signs, you have to face yourself, and then you face yourself in all the other signs, which along the way you're probably going to end up facing yourself again. And then after that illusion and journey, you have to face yourself again with just what did I do to myself? So, Unbecoming the Signs. The sign Sagittarius, mutable fire. Mutable, as in silent. You can change whatever definition you want to make you fit your illusions and delusions. Muted. My fire's been silenced. Your fire, your passion is your energy. My energy's been silenced. Maybe that's why Sagittarius is the hunter. Going on a journey, trying to find themselves. Again, for years, I've always told you, in my analogy of the signs, the most delusional, but yet one of the most powerful signs in this illusion of separation is a Sagittarius, because they have the energy to create, but most of them create based off of traumas. Howdy, partner. So Sagittarius facing themselves in Unbecoming the Signs. Mortality and worry. You already been pulled apart. Remember, I just said you're going on a journey. The thoughts have already shown you the potential of what you can become, and 3 + 1 is 4. You're just trying to find a balance. When something has been presented as more glamorous for you than yourself, and you now want to become it, we call that envy, we call that investment, we call that emulation. You understand that? That's a stalker energy. So you about to stalk all these parts that have pulled you apart and find the best ones that hold you together. Your mortality, you've now entered into the field of death, and now you're only worrying because you're on a journey, because you've already been classified as not enough. So Sagittarius that faces themselves before they go down this road already sees themselves as not enough, and they're about to be trapped in everything that's pulling them apart. But what's 3? The thoughts. It's just a thought that you gave your potential. When you tell yourself what something is, you trap yourself in that belief. Sorry if you haven't understood that yet. This is that, this is that. Okay, that's your belief. So then guess what? That becomes your limitation. Now you're going to FAFO. Now you're going to fuck around and find out. So now Sagittarius already bit into this journey of being torn apart with the hopes of being pulled together. It now has to face itself as Ophiuchus, the first sign, because it's the being struggling with knowledge. So Sagittarius struggling with potential knowledge is only wanting to find stability. Remember I just told you, you pulled apart trying to find the best parts of you to hold you together. That's already trying to find stability. But if you're only chasing the parts of you because you don't understand your wholeness, you've only been pulled apart and you stopped your ability to hold yourself together. What you connected to has now already placed you under control. 2 + 9, 11. What you have already given your energy to has already placed you under control, and you're only trying to find that potential. So from there, you now start going to the tangible signs. You now find yourself as Sagittarius in Pisces. Sagittarius in Pisces. Pisces is the feet. If you understand the analogy of the body, Pisces is the feet. So this is where I'm about to make my first real movement. These first 2 movements were just real mental energy. Sagittarius in Pisces is about to make a move based off of trying to find stability. But again, as I said, if you try and find stability in something else outside of you, you're already in a delusion. But what did I tell you? Sagittarius is out here trying to find its fire. Here is the element of fire. Sagittarius in fire in Pisces, just trying to find out the connection to whichever thought showed me the most passion. A lot of people have had the experience of some of the most passionate things in their lives have been the most traumatic and dangerous things in their lives. A lot of people had that experience. Why? Because it's an innate self-sabotage programming to where you don't have higher awareness of yourself. You just know that you're trauma responsive to the things that feel good to you. but you don't know why. Why? Because they give you an opportunity to face that original fear, that fear of not being enough, and so you try and find more in that shit you keep smoking. So Sagittarius and Pisces, just trying to connect to the thoughts that's going to show me a better me. The whole problem was you think there can be a better you than the one you already are. So from there, Sagittarius now faces itself in Aquarius. I'm just trying to separate myself from what no longer works for me and find a way to get connected to what I now invest in. The whole trick was all of this shit's pulling you apart. All of these placements are pulling you apart. You just keep on buying the ideology that they're going to help hold you together while complaining about being pulled apart by other people who can't hold themselves together because they have placements and trees and transits. You right, it's a natal chart. Got you out here sucking on the tit like a baby. Oh gosh. Sagittarius and Aquarius, you using your separation as a format to find the best journey to hold yourself together. You're using the parts of your separation to go on a journey to hold yourself together. Don't sound too smart when you hear it that way, do it? Some of you, yeah. Because you're your own abuser. Remember I told you? 5, you're your own abuser. You have an affinity to things that basically stoke up your traumas because you've been taught to use your traumas as what's going to get you peace. You've already sacrificed wholeness. You've already sacrificed wholeness. So you're only going to make a move. Holy shit. You see that 5? You see that 5? 2 plus 3 is 5. You just met the master manipulator. Already I'm going to tell you the master manipulator in source theory, when you're dealing with wholeness, true wholeness, not the illusion of wholeness by using separation. When you're using true wholeness, the only manipulator is you. When you are not accountable and responsible for yourself, somebody else already did it. So the real 55 should show you a damn. I keep moving when the best thing for me should have been still and see where the shit was going to take me. You understand that? You better know which way you're going before you move. But now, it's already been written. So this card here, this bonus card right here is going to show you in the mind of a being that is only processing separation, in this case, the Sagittarius energy, who is already delusionally ready to go on a journey. You just trying to find out the best manipulative format in your mind, and you don't think it's you. The world in reverse. The world in reverse. I'm just trying to understand myself as a phoenix so that I can get back into my divine energy. The phoenix and the goddess. Which one are you? Are you the phoenix, or are you the goddess, or are you the source? 95% of you got it wrong. Are you the phoenix, are you the goddess, or are you the source? But you gotta let your life tell your tale. So the hidden manipulator is how you have connected to this world, which really is just you in potential. 2 plus 1, 3. It's what you're thinking. And if you think your thoughts are stronger than your ability to be the thinker, you're already willingly enslaved. Oh, sorry, can't say that. TikTok just bans that hashtag because it hurts people's feelings. When you willingly buy and sell yourself into a concept, you willingly enslave yourself to its ideologies. Holy shit. We can go places with that, but they don't take you nowhere, so why go down those roads? So you're looking for the manipulator, and it's you. And all the shit you keep on crying about, and all the shit that you see that's wrong in this world, it's just a reflection of where you won't do yourself right. But you can lie to yourself about it getting better one day soon. That ain't no better than the lie they tell you on the news. The economy is as strong as it's ever been. And then you see everybody else that go to the store where $20 is the equivalent of a fucking penny right now. But the economy's strong, right? See, you can lie to yourself. You can get manipulated, and the manipulator can help you manipulate yourself, because the only thing you know how to do is cry. No actions. The only thing you know how to do is respond to the trauma. When, if you look at the word to respond to the trauma, is really to respawn the trauma. Traumas ain't got no energy until you keep going back to them. The thoughts don't mean shit in your head until you give them the energy as the thinker. But you gotta let your life tell your tale. So you done faced yourself. At that point, Sagittarius. Then you face yourself as Ophiuchus. Then you face yourself as Pisces, Aquarius. You found the manipulator. Now you facing yourself as Capricorn. What's going on here? The Capricorn is the god of thought. They're a power sign. I can outthink anything that's put me in struggle. What did I just get through telling you? Where the struggle come from? You're the thinker. I don't care what sign you think you are. You're the thinker. You can tie yourself into what's got you in separation, but you're the thought that created the separation nonetheless. So if you're trying to outthink where the thought came from, but the thought came from you, you're only trying to outthink yourself. Good luck with that shit. You're still hitting bad judgment. You didn't hear the end. You too busy going on a journey trying to find a new beginning. Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, blows the horn so that you know that shit needs to be brought to an end. You didn't hear it. You still hidden. You still la 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 la, because that ain't what I read. I don't understand what he's saying, because see, that ain't what's working for me. I'll never date a Scorpio again. Still using the pieces of your separation to try and find wholeness, but the shit consistently keep pulling you apart. But don't want to do nothing different because you already invested in the same shit that's already got you hidden from you and well found in it. Struggle mentality, scarcity consciousness, imprisoned mindset. So you out here, you done already tried to get into a battle with your thoughts, but your thoughts have already had more space in your energy than you gave for yourself. You hidden. Still bad judgment. You fighting with something without owning the rights as the creator for how I got there. Which means now you got to face yourself. After you leave Sagittarius and Capricorn in Unbecoming the Signs, everything goes in reverse. Now Sagittarius has to face itself again. Remember, the first time it faced itself before it went on this journey called the Signs, it saw that this shit wasn't going to do nothing but make it think about its potential, but not its reality. It's going to, Queen of Earth in reverse, it's going to influence everything that's going to ground it out. Bzz, two wires connected together, grounded them out. If you give your energy into what's going to put you in the field of mortality, the field of death, and you worry about which move is the best move, it's only going to pull you apart. See, that was known, but he did it anyway. So once Sagittarius now faces itself again with all this trauma that it already went through, we'll see what happens. That shit went nothing but a distraction. Went from one queen, the Queen of Earth, where it was grounded out, to the Queen of Waters, where it was only under the distraction. It went from what influenced it into belief to now what's influencing it into creation. Waters is the field of creation. Only, once again, this is the siren, the sea hag, the voice in the head. Again, watch Wakanda Forever. When the siren comes up and sings a song, everybody go crazy, and now they don't have control over their mind, and they jumping off of ships and can't think for themselves. Oops. Too distracted to think for themselves that they'll keep lining up to vote for what's already got them in destruction. Wow. So Sagittarius faced itself, but it ain't got no idea who it is. And you hear me say this for years. You are the equivalent of going on a search party for yourself, with yourself, through yourself, to yourself, trying to find out who the fuck you are. Good luck, because you're going to find all of those yous, but you still ain't going to know that ain't none of them you, because you're going to invest in all of them becoming you. Holy sheep shit. Pulled apart. So Sagittarius, when it finds itself, still distracted. Distracted by experience. Distracted by traumas. Distracted by choices. Thoughts are choices. Sorry if you can't understand that. Thoughts are choices. So now that you face yourself, but you chose the thoughts instead of your rights as a thinker, you got to go back to face yourself again as Ophiuchus. See, at the beginning, stability was all you wanted. I just wanted to stabilize these thoughts that are pulling me apart. And this is a real-time function in this realm. I just need space because I need abstinence and I need spiritual maintenance. I need some time to think for myself. Okay, I get it. Times are getting rough out here, but you need to get to the point to where you don't need to separate from others to hold yourself together. Because you ain't going to always have that option. You need to hold yourself together when motherfuckers are out here playing a part. Try that. That ain't how it works. No, that's how you keep getting worked over. So Instead of you being distracted, Sagittarius now refaces itself in Ophiuchus. Stop trying to find stability in the same shit that already got you messed up. And learn uncertainty. I don't know what none of this is, but I know who I am. That is so dangerous for y'all, it's ridiculous. And I'm saying y'all on purpose. When confronted with the possibility of an experience, if you don't choose you over the probabilities and possibilities of what you can get out of that experience, you get what you get. So Sagittarius, the hunter, gets back into fighting with what it knows. You're going to get what you get. You're going to get what you get. Succumb. You're going to succumb, King of Earth. You're going to succumb to what's ever ruling your belief. What did I tell you was ruling your belief? Them thoughts. Them thoughts then already took all of your energy. What happens when you put a 0 behind a number? The number in front of it gets a promotion, and the 0 remains still. Ain't got nothing for itself. See, 0 ain't nothing. Put the 0 behind a number, that motherfucker become everything. And the only person not being able to use their power is the fool. So you're going to succumb to giving your power to all the thoughts because, holy shit, you put the thoughts before yourself. When you put the thoughts, or when you put anything or anybody else before you put you, you've already fooled two people. See, my kids is my world. Your kids can be your world, but you better make sure you're taking care of you because you can't pour from an empty cup. And if you lie to yourself about doing it, good the fuck luck. Let your life tell your tale. You have to be whole so that you don't fall to fucking pieces in trying to hold somebody else together too. So Sagittarius got out here and faced Ophiuchus and succumbed to what it was wrestling with. What was it wrestling with? Knowledge. The knowledge of everything it went through. When the whole problem was, don't give your energy into this because it's only going to pull you apart. So now Sagittarius has been pulled apart and has met death in everything that it has given its energy to. Only Sagittarius is a hunter. It's a warrior. I'm going to kill you before it kills me. That's a real Sagittarian energy. I'll get you before you get me. So in this battle right here where Sagittarius now faces itself in Scorpio, it's just trying to kill everything that presents destruction. Same thing happened with Capricorn. It faces itself as death, and instead of embracing itself as death and giving itself life, it wants to kill everything else, which is still another act of fucking destruction. Sagittarius and Scorpio, you ain't gonna do nothing but replicate. I might be a motherfucking psychic. You ain't gonna do nothing but replicate. You become your own Cancer. You are only growing. You are only giving up more time. You are only creating more stories. When you take the time to give your energy into somebody who is not worthy of your energy, you only create a new experience. See, they ain't worth my time. Yeah, they cheated on me, but I'm gonna cheat back. Girl, it's 2024, cheat back. Waste more of my time where my time got wasted by now including somebody else's time to waste, and then let's all waste time together. But I feel good about it. You should. You your own Cancer. Excuse me. So Sagittarius and Scorpio, the only thing you're gonna do is think that this is you. Me going on this journey, the Chariot card, and using all my energy to get there. Going on a journey to find myself and using my energy to discover me. Who were you before you moved? You're not authorized to think on that level. Next. So Sagittarius, not authorized to think on that level of self, is only going to try to find balance with everything that taught it separation. Everything that taught it separation it wants to find balance with, which means Sagittarius is only going to try and become found in Libra. Empathy. It's got a greater connection to everything that pulled it apart. It's sex, it's traumas. It has a greater connection. It is swimming in the waters of everything that it created, which means it's drowning itself. If you are swimming around and digging into everybody else's waters, but you won't get back into your own pool, you're already drowning yourself. Holy shit, what's 2 + 6? Connected to my struggles, 8. Connected to my trauma means I'm struggling. 2, connection, knowledge. 6, my foundations, trauma. What's trauma? Your choices. To be presented with a field of infinite choices based off of possibilities and probabilities is a trauma. Go to a thousand item buffet. That shit's traumatic. I'm only gonna eat one plate because this is too much. Oh, you mean you limited your choices? I thought you wanted all these choices. Says the thoughts. I thought you wanted all this. I did until I got here and it was too much, and now my eyes big and my stomach full. But wait a minute, you only had 5 items. What happened to the other 995? I'm good, I don't want them. You done already pulled yourself apart and you only used a little bit of it to try and hold yourself together, but all of it was designed to pull you apart. So you have moved your energy. Your energy has moved into a path and you now think it's you. Empathy. But it should have been my energy is moved into a path and I need to figure out why. My energy has moved into a path and I need to know why. But that's ass backwards. I need to know why I'm going to move my energy instead of going on a journey and figuring out why I got there. Where you going? I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there. Well, goddamn, player. Gas is high. It's all right. I got energy. Wasteful. Willingly enslaved. Oops. So you done got out here and found balance with everything. Empathy. I'm connected to everything and I feel everything. You want to know why you feel everything? Because there's holes in your aura. HOLES. There's holes in your aura, and then like attract like. The nastiness that you see in others is only a reflection of the nastiness that you can hear from in yourself. Even when you call yourself shadow working on it, the imprint's still there because in most people's cases, you still using what got you separated as what's going to hold you together. So even when you move that bigger piece of separation out of the way, it's still a part. It's still a part of you because you gave it space. You just try and use the ideology to make yourself feel better. You establish balance. So now you empathically connected. Oops. So from there, where you realize I'm just finding balance in the same shit I keep coming over to, now Sagittarius faces itself in Virgo, Bambi. I keep coming over to this shit that I keep giving my light, but that light keep blinding me and I keep getting hit in the face with it. And then I go right back and get in line again and get hit in the face with it. You on the loop. You on the loop of making choices that don't work out for you. You just keep working out for them. Buff as shit. Your thoughts buff as shit because you keep lifting them. So Sagittarius is now in Virgo, caught in the loop. Caught in the loop. Caught in the loop of trickery. Holy shit. 26 took you back to 25. You got set back one. See, I'm on a path of ascension. Only ascension is going further away from self. So are you moving forward or are you moving further apart? Why don't you sit your punk ass down and be still? So you, Queen of Fire, gave up your fires to what influenced you. But what influenced you? Whatever I was connected to. 2, that made me move. 5. Because whatever I'm connected to that makes me move is my teacher. It is my master. Some of y'all don't like that word, but it's your fucking truth. Whatever you're connected to that is moving you, that's your ruler. That's the motherfucker that's got your energy. That's who you are. 2 + 5, who you are will put your ass on a journey. So now you done Sagittarius in Virgo. You caught in that loop of constantly being tricked by using what's got you in separation is what's going to hold you together. Sorry, that ain't going to change. If you use what was used to enslave you as what's going to set you free, you are a fool. You are the 0 standing behind what you keep thinking about, and that shit only getting bigger. You are the fool standing behind what you keep thinking about, and it's got all your energy. See a 3, see a 30. See a 3, see a 30. That 0 don't matter. That fool don't matter as long as the thought gets to think. What's the name of this game? As long as the thought gets your energy, you'll always go on a journey. You'll always invest in being pulled apart. As long as your thoughts are stronger than you as the thinker, you'll always be enslaved to whatever you believe the thought can do. So you already got hit, bam, ran over, hit by the damn Deers in the headlight, because this is a realm of light. You're right. This is a realm of light in separation. You understand that? My chakras. What the fuck is your chakras? It is my light being pulled apart. It is my energy wheels turning in all different directions at all different times. Because I can use all my energy that is put in separation. That's how I'm going to hold myself together. Get a prism. Shine a light through it. Watch it goes into Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Watch it get pulled apart. But now it's beautiful. It's been glamorized. But wait a minute. It's lost its energy nonetheless. It's been put into separation. But now I'm going to make sense of the separation, because see, red is my root, and that violet is a representation of my crown. But see, you can use it for the third eye. You will glamorize the pieces of you in separation, because you ain't got a fucking clue what wholeness is. Yet, here's the trick. The light got split into the shadows, the Roy G. Biv, but where did the light come from? Source. See, y'all ain't made it to the source because you too busy arguing over your lights and your shadows. Forces of separation. You too busy arguing over the separation, you still talking about practice. What do you mean? You still talking about practice because Sagittarius in Virgo, the reincarnation loop, it's all based on trickery. Why is it based on trickery? Because it's not based on you. It's based on you and your separation. So Sagittarius, mutable fire, now finds out where it got fixed. Where it got fixed, it got snipped. This motherfucker done had a damn, got the tubes tied, and it had the, what do you call that shit, vasectomy. This is a spiritual vasectomy, this next card. Where Sagittarius, the mutable fire, the one without a voice, done ran into Leo, the fire that's already been fixed. What do you mean it's fixed? It can't go nowhere. One can't talk, and the other one can't go nowhere because it's too busy giving up its energy. Its ego. Its energy has already been generated and operated into an experience, and it'll never keep still. So Sagittarius is hunting for itself in Leo. Spiritual abstinence. You'll covet that energy. You looking for healing. Is it a 9 or is it a 6? It's caught in perspective. It's really a 9. It's got its highest vibration. But in my number system, a 9 on the bottom is a 9 under control. Oops. I'm not going to do that. But a 9 on the bottom is a 9 that's already under control. And it covets its position. Why? Because it's searching for healing instead of being the source of healing itself. It's willing to sacrifice its own healing to go find healing from something else. Remember I said earlier, you can't pour from an empty cup. You can tell yourself that you love something more than you love yourself. You've already done you and it a disservice. If you covet your ability to go be a healer, to go on a journey and find you more than your responsibility to not lose yourself, use a fool. So use a fool, and you're an egoic fool, but you're also your own Cancer. Sagittarius now faces itself in Cancer. Who did this to me? I did this to myself. That's the true answer. I put myself on a journey. I went out here and ate things that are already designed to kill me, which means if I created the things that are designed to kill me, did I not do this to myself? Sagittarius and Cancer, you did it to yourself. Oops. You gave up your power. You created it. Warned you. I told you. Don't keep going into that rebirth loop. Don't keep going into reincarnation. Don't keep pulling yourself apart and keep trying to find a better way to hold yourself together. Why wouldn't I find a better way to hold myself together? Because the whole thing is designed to pull you apart. Go pull yourself apart and see if you can hold yourself together. Holy shit. Master magician shit. An illusionist. So you are only going to, again, cycles 1 through 9. But 1 plus 9 is 10. You're only going to make the choice of separation. Am I everything in potential, or am I everything in source? Or am I both? A lot of y'all going to say you're both. See, I'm both source and God. You already in separation then. In love with duality says what, huh? So, you done already gave up. Remember, this was Osayan, the Orisha of healing, and this is Raphael, the angel of healing. Healing keep chasing you. You too busy going on the journey, running from it, trying to find it. Healing is chasing you. You're too busy going on a journey trying to find it. Oops. You are your own Cancer. Why? Because you love your separation. You are now hunting Sagittarius for the separation itself. Gemini. And now you are trying to find identity in the duality. So you have hunted to find yourself in separation so you can figure out who you are. Dumbass, it's you pulled apart. Oops, it's you pulled apart. You are the genie. You have done nothing but take losses. And now them thoughts got duality. Them thoughts have safe space on both sides of your mind. See, I'm a right-sided Gemini, and I'm an unevolved Gemini. See, I'm an elevated Gemini. You a separated fool nonetheless. So Sagittarius that keeps trying to find itself in Gemini, then only created experiences that done bound it, and the only thing taking losses is you. The classic Djinn done gave up all your energy, granting the wish. Granting the wish of who? The thoughts. Why? Because the thought said, just give me your potential. But wait a minute, if I give you my potential, then I won't have none for me. Shh. I'll show you a better way to be you. I'll show you a better way to be you by creating the experiences for you to go through that'll give you definition of self. To build good character. Come on and work for me. Okay, so now you're working for your thoughts. And the thoughts ain't doing nothing but taking your energy and replicating parasitic existence. Replicating and making space inside of you by taking more of you and defining who you are based off of them. But that's your Gemini energy, and now Sagittarius is in Taurus. I'm stuck in the shit, and I don't know I'm the bull. That's a dangerous place. If you stuck in shit, but you don't know you the bull that's shitting on yourself, somebody else did it. Here's lack of accountability. Somebody else did it. Stagnated. You stuck and hung up on what you won't let go of, and it's killing you. That 13. See the mirror? Can you see the mirror? You started out with a 31. Thoughts already told you I'm going to take all your potential. Now you out here, and potentially all you are is a thought. But you hung up on all the thoughts that already took you, and they won't let you free. You stuck in stagnation. So you stuck in stagnation, which means now you are already on fire. So at this point, Sagittarius, the mutable fire, has now met the cardinal fire, the boss fire, the reason why I can't keep still. The head on fire. What's in the head? The thoughts. The Sagittarius that did not have a voice has now met where his voice was already burnt out. It's not authorized to think for itself because it already gave all its potential to what it's thinking altogether. So Sagittarius in Aries, already grounded out by its own energy. Already grounded out by its own energy, and the only thing it understands is the plentifulness of separation. The sacred of veggie. See, I'm twins. I was born with a twin flame. I was born in duality, and I'm feminine, I'm masculine, I'm this, I'm that. I'm my sun, I'm my moon, I'm my ascendant in my 9th house, in my 35th house. Just love separation because you can find so much to separate yourself to or within in separation. Who the fuck wants to hold themselves together? So sorry. When you, Sagittarius, the hunter, have to face yourself as the source of the fire, there's too many to put out. So I might as well find the best ones to put out to keep me safe. At this point, Sagittarius now has to find itself in everything that it gave its plentifulness to, that is now plentifully representing and replicating itself around it. So Sagittarius faces itself and realizes that if I made this move, it's going to tear me apart, and there's going to be more of it than it will be of me. Sagittarius facing itself again for the last time. Holy shit, everything I gave my energy to, that potential, was just an ill use of ions. Bad energy. It was an illusion. It wasn't real. It was if I gave the thoughts my potential, but that's not a guarantee. If I gave my thoughts potential, this is what happens. But if I kept my wholeness to myself, then I might have discovered the only thing real was me. Because giving your thoughts The potential will be a bad use of ions, and it'll potentially create an 8. 8 is struggle. Potentially creating a struggle. 1 plus 8 is 9. You've already lost control. So Sagittarius, again, this is part 5. Sagittarius facing itself and unbecoming the signs. The best thing was the first thing. Everything you do, everything you worry about, everything you invest your energy in is a potential act of pulling yourself apart. So you better have awareness of yourself as the thinker and stop telling yourself that you are enslaved by the thoughts. And as I keep saying, trying to use what already got you trapped as what's going to set you free just means you only lower yourself into another trap because your freedom becomes a non-existent condition. Wholeness.